All right, I made it home in this gym. Just got back from Michael's and pulled in the yard with all my fingers and toes crossed that I'd make it home again, just about like last week. So, the good news is the fuel issue seems to be resolved. Again, they're wired together with two check valves back here, one on each system, wired together, comes in, feed 7, up the rail, across, over to the regulator, back. Here's our Hobb switch, this boost reference. I did take out the 525 pump and put the 450, and I believe the only difference between a 450 and a 525 is the 525 does not have a check valve, and I think the removal of that check valve allows the flow or whatever of the 525, because the check valve in the end of these pumps is very restrictive. So anyway, I put the 450 in here because with the 525 and the 4303, when they both came on, there was such a pressure spike in the fuel system, and I figured that there was enough fuel pump there that I tried to alleviate the hit of the 4303 turning on by dropping back to a 450. That being said, another thing Michael and I discussed, and that dawned on me on the way down there, but this is a 4 psi Hobb switch, and probably if I put like a 9-pound Hobb switch where it would turn on at 9 pounds, that would probably be better than the 4 pounds, because the 4 pounds, it had a funny dip in the VE, which apparently he was telling me that that's common for having two fuel pumps turn on and all. The VEs looks really messed up with the two pumps coming on. So anyway, with the 450, we unhooked the big pump and did a pull and was playing with the 450 to see how far it'd get us, and about 4,800, I think it was, the 450 was running out of pressure. I think it dropped down into the 30s. So we hooked the big pump back up, and then the other thing was we dropped the base pressure. So the regulator is under the cowl there. So we went from 58 base pressure and dropped it down to 45. That cleaned up the idle, because the minimum pulse width of the 210s was so finite that it couldn't control them, and it had a rough idle. And he found one of my Easter eggs where the timing wasn't a smooth value, so it was getting in the pinwheel of death and would rev up and fall down and rev up and fall down and finally shut off. So he found that Easter egg, and he cleaned that up and got that set, and then dropping the base pressure, and that allowed the pulse width of the injectors to be such that they cleaned up, and he cleaned up the idle now, and it idles and cruises so much better. Actually, when we did that, it became very rich at idle. So he was able to lean that up, and then was able to adjust it with airflow. So he got that dialed in, and so then we were making some pulls, and this thing is an absolute animal. I mean, it pulls very, very strong. Unfortunately, again, we were cut short today because the torque converter in this one has exited stage right, so it's hurt. I barely made it home. Just eased it, very easy coming home with it. And I've got one of my buddies that's a Circle D dealer or something. He got all the specs from me, and he's going to be speccing me a Circle D triple disc for this thing, and hopefully that'll fix it while the trans is out. I want to check it out and see, because I don't want to put an $1,800 torque converter in a hurt transmission and then it waste the new converter. So I'm going to I want to find somebody that can check it out and go through it. Now there's like a Transgo has a couple fixes, like the zip kit, and there's something else. So I want that done to the transmission. And Michael was telling me that, you know, there's probably, he says these transmissions are easy to put together, so I may just try it. I don't know. Now I really am down to nothing to build, nothing to drive. So I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. But I posted a video on the way home. He had it was like a '08 body style GMC pickup truck, and it's a 1500, has a 6L80 in it, and it's a 6-bolt 441 cubic inch LS. I think it's had AFR heads on it, and it's got a Huron T6 kit on it, and it has I think it's a Precision 88. And on the first boost setting, I think it's about 6 pounds of boost. It made well over 600 horsepower, and then 14 or 15 pounds, it made 915 on pump gas. That's pump 93. That's not ethanol. This car made 967 on E85, about 21 pounds of boost. So just to put in perspective how much cubic inches helps, that's a 6.2. That's a 441 with an 88. So that thing was absolutely insane. The other video, there was a few obscenities in it because it kind of got away from him a little bit, because that thing will knock the tires off whatever speed you put it to the wood. So anyway, now I gotta get this thing, pull out transmission, and get that resolved, and this never-ending cycle. But made some good progress. He got it running good. Really got it dialed in. He thought I had some Easter eggs in the transmission tune, but it was just that converter. I won't say whose it is, but let's just say I'm very surprised it made it as long as it has. So anyway, that's it for now.